Fantastic. Okay, so just for the recording, hey everyone, this is the first Fluent community meeting in 2021. We just had a quick note about FluentCon North America coming and more info on that soon. I'm going to pass it off to Benjamin, who, if you could do a quick intro, is going to talk about the Fluent Bit operator.
Yeah, hi. I'm Benjamin from Kubesphere team. I'm a Kubesphere architecture and lead the Kubesphere observability team. And we have Logan Huang here. He is previously a Kubesphere member and he is in Holland, Europe now. So he is the first of Fluent Bit operator authors. So we invite him here. Logan, you say hi to everyone. Yeah.
Hey, Logan.
You are mute.
You're mute.
You're mute.
Yeah. Hello.
Okay.
Greetings from Netherlands.
Yeah. Greetings.
And we have Freeman here. He's the open source project manager of Kubesphere. Yeah. So I'll start to introducing the Fluent Bit operator now, right? Share my screen.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. Oh, okay. You have to stop the screen sharing.
Oh, absolutely. There you go.
Yeah.
All of you.
Okay. Can you see my screen? Yeah. So let's start it. Why we create a Fluent Bit operator? So first of all, I think we love Fluent Bit because it's lightweighted and cost less resources like CPU and memory. And we are working on the Kubesphere container platform, so we need to manipulate the Fluent Bit configs where in Kubernetes style, where Kubernetes API like CRD and something like that. So initially, actually, we look around and found the logging operator. The logging operator is good, but there is one point that stop us using it, because that is every logs is collected by the Fluent Bit has to be sent to the Fluent and then forward to the final destination. So imagine if you have a cluster with hundreds of nodes, the Fluent actually itself could become a single point of failure, could become a bottleneck. So Fluent Bit actually can send logs to the final destination itself. So why not using Fluent Bit's ability to send the logs to the final destination directly? We needn't to use Fluent as a proxy. Yeah. It is Fluent as we think it is useful for in some scenarios. It should be optional, but should not be a mandatory option. So we decided to create our own Fluent Bit operator by ourselves. And then we came across one problem, as the issue shows. Fluent Bit cannot dynamically reload the configs whenever it changes. You have to restart the Fluent Bit process or the Fluent Bit pod to make it happen, to reload the config change whenever you change the CRD. So to solve that, we create a mechanism like this. We create a process called Fluent Bit Watcher. It will watch for the Fluent Bit configs in the Fluent Bit pod, and whenever this config file changes, the Fluent Bit Watcher will restart the Fluent Bit process. Yeah. So this way, the Fluent Bit process will load the new config files. So we solve it this way, and then we can create our CRDs by our own. We have input filter and output CRD. Actually, we have a parser CRD as well. And we have a Fluent-based config CRD, which use the label selector to select which input filter or output value to be used. And we have a Fluent-based CRD to manage the life cycle of the entire Fluent-based daemon side. Yeah, this is architecture, and this is familiar to Fluent-based users, I think. There is one thing to note. We have add some labels to the CRDs. You can enable the ES output and disable the Kafka or forward output. So it's more flexible to use. And we finally integrate Fluent-based operator into Kubernetes. And Kubernetes now is using Fluent-based operator to manage the entire logging stack. The Kubernetes API server will call the Fluent-based CRD API, and Fluent-based operator will config the Fluent-based config files and manage the input filter and output to locate ES, Kafka, or Fluent-D. Yeah. So this is how it works, and I have a demo later to show an actual demo. And I have future plan. Recently we think the Fluent-D is should be an optional option. Should be optional. Should not be mandatory. Log message needed to go through Fluent-D before reaching the final things, but still sometimes it's necessary to such as distributing logs to different things for different users is more powerful than Fluent-based. So we are considering add Fluent-D CRDs. Yeah, we have a proposal already. This is our future plan, and we can show you a demo here. This is a Kubernetes container platform. We can log in. So find the cluster. Oh, it's a bit. Sorry. In the login collection, we have already ES output here. We can edit the YAML files. You see, this is the Fluent-based CRD output. This is here is the ES config here. You can just stop it, change the status to close. Yeah.
And so does with this Fluent operator,
yeah,
is only Elasticsearch, Kafka, and Forward supported, or any plugin? Like if we did
and any plugin. Actually,
yeah.
we on the Kubernetes UI we support ES, Kafka, and Fluent-D.
Got it.
And actually, you can add I show you them. This is you can add a Kafka here, right? And actually, this is the so many destinations could be supported. We added Loki last couple of months, I think. So the input we support systemd and tail, yeah, and parsers, the filters, yeah, they are all supported, yeah, and we have initially we talking about the Fluent-based watcher. Its source code is actually previously is in the Fluent-based watcher. The source code was put in customized Fluent-based repository, but we think it is something awkward because this is a C project and we add some Go files here. And so it's awkward. So we decided to archive this modification and move it to the Fluent-based operator repo and put it here. So this process is this is written by Logan. Yeah, it's just to restart the Fluent beta whenever it's stopped, and it will watch the Fluent beta config. And whenever the Fluent beta config changes, it will kill the Fluent beta process. So these two work together to implement the entire Fluent beta watcher logic to reload the config dynamically. Yeah. So this is the Fluent beta watcher, and we have a Docker file here. Okay, we have a Docker file here. This Docker file, we just build the Fluent beta watcher and copy it to the official Fluent beta container image and replace the entry point. So we make our own customized Fluent beta image actually. So Fluent beta operator is just using this image to do the entire logic. Yeah. So I think we have some YAMLs to show. This is the input YAML, input tail, and we have some customer who want to collect the Kubernetes logs and Docker logs. We have also this kind of support. This is to collect the container logs. This is to collect the Kubernetes logs on the node. Yeah, this is to collect the Docker logs on the node. Yeah, and we have some filters. Yeah, Kubernetes filter. Yeah, output. Kubernetes filter. We have make some modification to this to the original date, collect, remove some unnecessary date. And the final data looks like, I think the final data looks like this. Yeah. The data collected by the Fluent beta operator. Yeah. It's, yeah, nice. It's remove some unnecessary logs. Yes. I think it's all my sharing. So guys, do you have any questions? Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I think operator looks pretty great. Actually, I don't have too much experience with operators, but we're pretty happy to try to, find the ways to incorporate all these required changes, like the config watcher, or find a smart way to restart the process. Yeah. Maybe we can do some kind of hack for now, right? But maybe the ideal solution might take more time. Yeah, but
yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think, just looking from a project perspective, I think many CNCF projects have like kind of a community built operator. Prometheus has a good one. I think I've seen Envoy and others. So I think this goes a little bit into the next topic, which is like bringing the operator into like the Fluent organization. And if there's interest in donating it, I think there's probably a set of requirements that we'd all want to have, as well as just being part of the community, saying, hey, like we should use, the community-based Docker images, or we might want to say, okay, we need these 2-3 features to be native, and we don't have to have some Go piece. But I mean, I think it would be really cool, in my opinion, to work towards that. And then, even as a goal, as someone who always tries to set the goal, is like FluentCon North America. Can we go out and say, here's this official operator that the communities work together to put together. KubeSphere's donated a big piece of it, and then others have contributed on top. And so I know, Feynman, you had the topic. Anything specific there that you want to cover about it?
Yes, just a little bit. I just want to mention this project, Fluent Bit Operator, from the beginning. Fluent Bit Operator is started and it is totally a community-driven project. You know, we have the core maintainers from 4 companies, including DigitalOcean, Kubesphere, Mashang Financial Company, and as I remember, HighPage, which is a Australia company. So I think
Nice.
this project, you know, it doesn't have too many contributors, but we believe that if we can contribute this project to the upstream, and I believe that it will gain more attention and contributors from the Fluent community. So I think it will help us to grow this community and to help this project have a great and active community in after this migration. So we totally look forward to this migration and move forward this contribution.
Yeah.
That's great. And I have one question because, and actually this is by experience, right? When we donated Fluent D and we donated Fluent Bit, once the first step, right, is all the alignments. The company says, yeah, we want to donate this, right? So we get it as part of the Fluent organization. We do all the handling with the CNCF. But the next step, which is the more harder, is about the maintenance of the project. So because the important part is that companies, I mean the companies that employs you, will give you the time to continue maintaining the project, because we got some experience in the past that we got something donated and it's there, right? But the thing is that it's a project plus that you will be continue working as maintainers in the project. So I think that that is the important piece, and I think I don't have any objections if we have the project plus maintainers.
Yeah, I want to say we definitely will continue to work on this project. Yeah, because we actually in Kubesphere we use it as a default login agent. So we have to maintain it by ourselves, and we are looking forward to find some beautiful, more elegant solutions for the dynamic reloading problem. I think once it's ready, we will remove the Fluent Bit Watcher and use the official Fluent Bit Docker directly with a reload interface like Fluentd, and call some REST API and just reload the config. It will be great. I mean, we can, yeah, we are looking forward to that interface. Yeah.
1.8 is the big thing that I think we're finishing up. Has new multi-line features, multi-format, and the Prometheus metrics, Prometheus metric collection, like node exporter type functionality, which should, fingers crossed, have an RC out soon. And then once that's done, yeah, I think in general, there's definitely things that we all feel is, hey, this would be good to have so that it feels like this belongs as part of the organization. We probably need to write those things down. Hey, we believe like we need config reload. We need these 3-4 features. I'm just making something up.
Yeah.
And then probably try to work together at it as a team of like, okay, hey, we can take this on, we can take this on. But I think, yeah, maybe the best way to do that is just through like a GitHub issue. Like, hey, let's get a Fluent Bit operator in. Maybe we move the repo over, mark it as like, hey, this is not yet ready for prime time in as a Fluent project. If you want, go to the current place. And then these are the things that we're actively working on and continue to just sync up every few weeks or so. I don't know. And any thoughts on that, folks?
I mean, it sounds reasonable to me. I'd like to understand what the scope of the operator is as well, because it says Fluent Bit Operator, but obviously it does more than Fluent Bit. and where you draw in the line. You know, you touched on Prometheus operator. How does it interact with the other operators out there as well? If we're deploying low-key, we're going with a Grafana stack. Are we also deploying Prometheus? Do we configure that whole stack together? Do the operators have to interact? CRDs as well. Having done or doing an operator, upgrading CRDs, absolute nightmare, particularly when loads of people use Helm and Helm just doesn't do CRD upgrades. So there's those kind of things to consider as well. If we're going with the operator, what's happening to the Helm charts? Are they the same? Are they, yeah, how's that going to be supported as well? So I think there's a few scoping things, but it does sound good. One area I was interested in as well is currently the operator presumably is deploying daemon set. Have we looked at anything like doing a sidecar injection or something like Istio, where I've got some containers I just want to pull log? I don't want a daemon set. I'm not allowed to run a daemon set. Those kind of questions as well. That might be interesting for my use case as well. And I'll say as well, I have reused the kubesphere watcher config reload thing for my Fluent bit image as well, because it is very key that we can't restart pods, so we need to have config changes pick up and a container just carry on.
Yeah. There's many things to just as you mentioned.
Yeah, sorry, that was like loads.
Yeah. Actually, we use Prometheus operator as well, and I think we love the way it manages the workload, so the life cycle. So as you mentioned, the Helm doesn't do the operating part. So operator has its places, has its to shine. Yeah. So
yeah, I'd say so. The key thing we've found is we've got an operator, we've got a Helm chart that installs the operator. People just use the Helm chart but don't upgrade the CRDs and then complain that the operator's broken, and it's really hard to debug it, and it's really hard to get people to read documentation to do it the right way as well. So it does need to be clear what's doing what, and if we're going with a Helm chart, the Helm chart's just for Fluent bit, it's not for maybe installing the operator or something like that as well.
I think a Fluent operator, as Sarah mentioned, is also one name we already thought about. You know, after we add the Fluent CRD, so you can call it a Fluent operator instead. Yeah. So I think I agree with Silva's. Yeah. We can rename it to the Fluent operator later sometimes, maybe.
Yeah, I think that when we choose the name, that needs to be the final name, the Fluent organization.
Mm-hmm.
When things land there, changing names is a bit hard, right? And
yes.
I think that in general, so the way that I look at the operator is pretty much the simplistic way that I look at it as a package, right? So mm-hmm. Some people prefer Chef, Ansible, other RPM packages. It's a deployment model, right? So at the end, we have to support daemon set, we have to support Helm charts, support an operator, right? And I think that the flexibility for the user is what gets more benefits for everybody, right? So yes. I'm pretty happy of having an operator, right? That is one of the missing pieces in the ecosystem from a project itself, and yeah.
I think actually we are users of Prometheus operator, and actually the Prometheus operator can be deployed in a Helm chart as well. So it's more powerful than a single Helm chart without operator. Yeah.
Yeah, so we deploy our operator with a Helm chart, and that's where all the problems come with CRDs. So just be careful. Is my word, or get your CRDs 100% correct straight away, and then no problems. Yeah. Never upgrade your CRDs and you'll be fine. But yeah, it's because I see like on the Slack channels and stuff, a lot of the problems people are seeing are with the downstream connections as well, and it's those kind of connections that would be useful. You know, if I if I run the Fluent operator, the Prometheus operator, and maybe, I don't know, Grafana operator or whatever, the Fluent operator knows to configure it to talk to Loki directly and stuff like that would be quite useful, because there's a lot of errors where people have misconfigured it, not set up routing, those kind of problems, which would be nice to automate as well. I mean, I've looked at like the Grafana Helm charts for their stacks, and that's quite nice to just have a proof of concept. You can just go install the stack, everything's talking together. I don't need to figure out why my logs aren't showing up in Grafana or something like that. So that would be a really useful use case for me.
Yeah.
So I know we're at near the end of time. I want to set up like some way we can keep moving it forward. I would propose we create an operator Slack channel within the Fluent workspace, and then everyone can join there. The community calls will be on a monthly cadence, and I'm happy for us to give like updates, but I would actually think this might be better handled outside, almost like a kind of a working group. And we could probably meet more frequently if needed, or try to prioritize for async communication. I think that it's very hard to get a time zone that works well with everyone, and I believe some of you are joining at midnight. I checked the time zone, so if everyone agrees with that, I'm happy to go ahead and create some of those assets. And
I think Slack channel we allow the Slack channel, and we can meet. We can meet directly through via Zoom as well, and we can. It's okay for us. Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, I'm gonna add that as an action for myself.
I just want to say a quick hello and introduce myself, and thank you for inviting me, Benjamin. And my name is Boyan.
Yeah.
And Drew here, my colleague, and we're at DigitalOcean. So we've been using FluentBit for a little while now in at least one of our products, looking to use it more. We actually have some custom plugins, output plugins that we are looking to open source at some point in the future. So one of them is actually WebSocket plugin. So it was welcome to see that added to the core.
Very nice.
And so we've been exploring. So we're using FluentBit in production. We've been exploring to use operator for some feature work, and most of our usage is kind of programmatically. So some of the work that Drew has done is add like the Go client to the operator, and we've added a syslog output and some other stuff. So from like, I guess, kind of the sustainability angle, we are looking to utilize the operator for production feature work workloads and stuff like that. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. I just want to say to Beyond, and we thank you for the contributions. Thank you for the contribution to the FluentBit operator. Thank you, and your colleague. I think I forgot his name. Yeah, sorry.
Sure.
Yeah.
Drew?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. You're very professional in the code. Yeah, I think. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, no, that'll be great to highlight. So when you contribute to the project, and you have a blog or something, webinar, I think actually that's how Fim and I got in contact, was through some contribution of a potential blog, maybe some CNCF blogs. Yeah, let us know. That's one way we can highlight the awesome work that community's done. Pat just got a blog out a few days ago. So
yeah, sounds great.
Cool. Okay, I do see your question, Pat, in the piece about questions on roadmaps and releases. Yeah, we probably need to figure out a better way, to be honest, on how to share that information.
Yeah, I think at the moment it's just to kind of, you look at Git and then go, oh, maybe I'll go ping one of you two, and there's a lot of the same questions as well, so it'd be useful.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying something that, in like, July 1st, this is what you'll get, but just a general idea would be helpful of what's coming up.
Yeah, we can maybe brainstorm. I think that's a great topic maybe for the next community call. And I have some ideas about like GitHub projects, but we could also look at, other tools as well. Really open to suggestions there. What folks have found works well. It could even be just a Google Doc, right? Google Excel sheet that everyone can see. But yeah, let's brainstorm on that. Try to tackle that on the next call. Add it as a topic, and then yeah, I'll invite. I just created the channel, and I'll invite everyone to it, and we can continue the operator from there.
Okay, cool.
Sweet. Okay. Well, thanks everyone for joining, and I'll show the recording out later.
See you next
Thank
time.
you.